2, 1.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to produce a UT10 newscast? This week, we're taking you behind the scenes of UT10 News and talking with alumni to give you the full scoop. The newscast airs every Tuesday at noon, but right after that is when our work week begins. Stories are pitched, and the producer or producers decide whether they are relevant enough for the upcoming show. After pitching stories, it's off to the races to start working. Deadlines are Mondays at 4 p.m., and reporters have to schedule interviews, shoot B-roll, edit, and write stories by this time.
The most straining part was being able to have a set time aside for all their interviews. Because if something came up to where your interviews were not available, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do for sound?
There are 4 different types of stories assigned each week. These are VOSOTs, packages, web packages, and sports. All of these are seen in real-life news programs. Alumni say knowing all the skills that go into each of these stories can impact your ability to get a job in the news industry.
You do everything in the class. You shoot, you edit, you write, you do camera, you do producing, you do audio, prompter, and it's great because when you're actually working at a news station, obviously you won't like rotate how you do in this class, but because you did everything in this class, once you get there, you can be able to do whatever they need you to do.
Some students may go on to work in other fields, but many of the skills taught in the program and in UT10 help them with other industries.
I think it teaches kids a lot about, organizational skills, working under pressure and in a high-stress environment. And essentially, the work environment that I'm in now has those characteristics. So even though I'm not necessarily a reporter anymore, I still, along with my other coworkers, deal with reporters on a day-to-day basis.
Many students opt to take the course again for a variety of reasons.
It was fun, and of course I wanted more experience.
It gives you a very good idea of what it's going to be like in a newsroom.
If I did something in my field one more semester, it helped keep me fresh, keep me prepared.
On Mondays at 4 p.m., notebooks are turned in and producer's night begins. Throughout the next few hours, our student producers run through each story, making appropriate edits and stack the overall rundown. Student reporters are graded and have an opportunity to sit in and learn about the producing role. Anchors are determined by scores from the following week. All stories are out of 50 points and graded according to accuracy, overall quality, and technical aspects. Being a capstone class for the media communication major, student reporters will be tested, but stressful weeks will work themselves out.
It's just kind of one of those things that if your heart is there, you're probably going to be stressed, but at the end of the day, the good outweighs the bad.
This class definitely pushes you to your limits, but it also helps you produce some of the best work that you'll ever produce.
For all the highs and lows that one person may experience in this class, the lows are a teaching moment for you, and it shows you what you're capable of tackling.
On Tuesdays, the live show takes place. 1 or 2 run-throughs are done before going live at noon. There are a variety of jobs that students can take up besides being talents in the control room and the studio. Audio handles mics and background music. The teleprompter operator controls the speed at which reporters are talking by determining whether they're reading the script too fast or too slow. The graphics position puts up the accompanying graphics in lower thirds at the correct time during the newscast. The assistant director keeps track of time. The video position rolls B-roll and SOT clips. The director and technical director is in charge of calling the show and directing everyone on intercom while hitting certain cues as they happen. In the studio, the camera operators will set up different shots according to their position, and the floor director will direct them to these spots while also cueing talent to speak at the correct times and to the correct cameras. At noon and at 12:15, live shows broadcast. Rocket Report debuted 14 years ago as the first student newscast here on campus. As the department grew, so did the newscast, becoming UT10 News in 2008. Reporting in the news studio, I'm Jessica Zientek with UT10 News.